All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Hopefully you all are doing well today. So for this evening, we are going to take a look and see what relationships look like. So please take what resonates, leave what does not. I'm going to take a look and see what's going on for you and for the other person. I'm going to do this a bit differently this time. So I am going to look, of course, with oracle cards, see what's happening there. I'm going to look at the connection, and then I'm going to look at you on this side, and then whatever the other person is on this side. I know usually I pull for divine feminine and divine masculine, but I don't want to do that this time. Something is telling me to do this differently. So that's what I plan on doing. So hopefully this works out the way that I want it to. I'm hoping. So, but without further ado, let's see where we're going. Let's see what's happening here. Two more. All right. Once. And this is going to be twice. All right, oracle cards, what do you have for me? So for the connection, we've got higher power, okay? For you, we've got never-ending story. And for them, we have fork in the road. Okay, that's very interesting here. For the past, for the connection, we have time for a nap. The past for you, we have imagine. And the past for them, we have message in a bottle. Okay. And then for the connection, let me see if I can, there we go. We'll see if we can get these all in one frame. I'm so sorry for those of you with headphones. I'm trying to make this fit. Anyway, for the connection, we've got community. For you, we have clean it up. And for them, we have buy the book. I saw this when I was shuffling. I figured that would come back out. So, looking at all three of these puzzle pieces here, I do feel as though the divine energy has stepped in. I'm hearing it's not time yet. It's not time yet. It's not time for this energy to come together. Because both of you, one of you is dealing this side, you, and you're more than welcome to switch these energies, okay? So don't think that this is just you. If you resonate more with this side, take this for how this resonates. But I feel like one side of this is up in the clouds, off in La La Land. And that's kind of why it's been a never-ending story. It's gone round and round. You're dealing with the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and nothing is happening. The reason why nothing is happening is because you need to ground this energy. You need to clean it up. There's something here of that process that needs to be tweaked. Well, on this side of things, I feel as though that they're not ready for this to come together because there's still decisions and actions that need to be taken. There is stuff that needs to be done on both sides. With the community, I do feel as though that there may be more work for you guys to do independently. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. There may be more work for you guys to do independently that has to involve your community. So, for the connection, we're going to take, I'm going to use this one. Okay, I'm going to use this one. Let's see what's happening here. But the higher power, I do feel as though is keeping this separated. Higher power is a 4. I saw the 4 of Pentacles. Then I saw the 4 of Cups. I'm going to snag this off the table. Yeah, I'm going to snag that off the table. I saw the 4 of Pentacles and the 4 of Cups. It's not moving because there's still messages that have to come across right now. So underneath, we got the 6 of Swords. Yeah. I also see this 8 of Swords here. 6 of Swords, 8 of Swords. We have the High Priestess. Grounding this is the King of Wands. Guiding this energy is the Devil energy. Okay. Someone's afraid that it's not gonna whip together here. Past, 9 of Cups. Future, 7 of Cups, okay, and the outcome currently is the Hermit. I found their toys. That's a Kit Kat, by the way. But the Hermit here is lessons and understanding. There's more for you both to understand, more for you both to learn. And here's that High Priestess. Here's how I feel like the higher powers are talking to you, is through your intuition. It's telling me that if you try to move forward right this minute, it won't work. Six of Swords to the Eight of Swords, it's not going to work. Seven of Cups, there may be some confusion here. Some of you may be wondering, what am I supposed to be doing if this isn't coming together? So I do want to take a look first at that Devil energy. I want to take a look at the Devil energy. Page of Swords, Page of Cups, look at that. King of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So notice how we've the Page of Cups and the King of Cups. I feel like there is more of an emotional understanding that you need to figure out, whichever side you fall on. But I do feel as though there needs to be a tweaking of how you view relationships, how you view yourself in the partnership as well as the partnership. I know that from my own experience, I resonated more with the often La La Land type energy way long ago. I still have my moments. I'm a hopeless romantic, so there's that. But this goes beyond hopeless romantic. It's kind of like Fairytale on this one side with the imagine never-ending story and clean it up. And yes, there are moments of Fairytale in relationships. Do not let me try and convince you otherwise. But it's not always going to be milk and honey. It's not always going to be flowers and roses. It's not always going to be musical numbers and everybody getting along. That's not how relationships work. And if you're looking at it from an unrealistic point of view, that may be where the grounding energy has to come in. That may be where you have to clean it up. On this side of things, I do feel as though that they are also getting messages of understanding for themselves. This may be somebody who doesn't know quite what they want. And that's why they've got by the book here. They're trying to figure that out. They need to figure that out. So what is the Seven of Cups here? Move that over. What is the Seven of Cups? Because like I said, I feel as though that if you try to move forward right this moment, it's not going to work. I feel like there is some confusion. Knight of Swords, because you're missing, Ace of Wands, Empress, and the Two of Pentacles. You're missing a fundamental point with how relationships are supposed to work. Yes, the fundamentals are, yes, it's supposed to be in balance. You're supposed to give 100 and 100, not 50-50. It's supposed to be 100 and 100. And yes, love is patient, love is kind, the whole nine. But this goes beyond that. And this was a lesson that I had to learn, that just because I was having a bad day doesn't mean that the other person is responsible for making me feel better. That's not how that works. I'm responsible for my own energy just as much as they're responsible for theirs. Now, that doesn't mean that they can't try and help make you feel better. That's not what I'm getting at. But there's a balance to relationships. A very fine balance where one of you may be giving 80 while the other one is only giving 20. Or somebody is giving, if we're talking about 100 and 100, somebody's giving 180 while the other person's only giving 20 for a day. It is about a balance. And right now what I see, both of you are out of balance on an emotional level. Somebody's got their head in the clouds, the other person is trying to figure out what it is that they want. And I feel like that is why the lesson is here. That is why this hasn't come together. Because both of you don't understand just yet what it means to be in a committed relationship. So I'm going to start with my head in the clouds. And I'm going to move over then to the much more grounded energy, maybe a bit too grounded energy. But the head in the clouds, you know, again, it's not always wrong. It's not always wrong to daydream and to have your head in the clouds, because there are moments of elation and moments of joy and those good moments that make a relationship, you know, feel like you're floating. I have experienced that as well. But you can't stay there. That's unrealistic. So underneath, we've got the Two of Cups. I also see this Ace of Wands. I like how we have the Ace of Wands here. I feel like the confusion more falls on the dreamy side than it does the by the book side, but we'll see what happens. And then we have the King of Wands, which the King of Wands is here too. Is this how I want to do? Yeah, that's how I want to do this. All right. Grounding this energy is the Messenger. Yeah. I feel like the messages are coming in, like I said, on the dreamy side of things. I mean, don't get me wrong, both of you are still getting these messages. But I feel like the dreamy side needs it just a little bit more. Guiding this energy is the Five of Swords. Yeah. Right over that never-ending story past. We've got the Knight of Wands. Future. We have the Hermit. Oh, see, so you will be learning the lesson. And the outcome right now is the... Ooh, that's the Six of Pentacles. Yeah. The dreamy side is dealing with conflict. Hey, look. There's the Four of Swords. Didn't I mention that earlier? But the dreamy side is dealing with a conflict. Is dealing with the conflict. That's what's guiding this energy. Five of Swords. Other people could be telling you, hey, your ideals of relationships are unrealistic. And you're like, yeah, right. And again, I'm not saying that you have to throw them all out the window. I'm not saying that. But make them more realistic. No, Prince Charming is not going to rescue you from a tower because we don't have towers in this day and age. No, Romeo is not going to come to your window and start throwing pebbles up there to get you to come to the window and speak to you from your balcony. That's not how that works. There are some rare occasions. Do not let me try and lie to you. There are some rare occasions that if you have a balcony, yeah, sometimes it happens. But in this day and age, with the technology that we have, chances are your phone's going to go off before they're standing outside your window. But yeah, the dreamy passion is what you have to get over. It has to be realistic. So, Five of Swords for me, please. Five of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Oh, Ace of Cups. We've got the Three of Pentacles here. And then we also have the Hierophant. Yeah. So on the dreamy side of things, you know, when you start to build up that expectation of Prince Charming or the princess, whichever side you fall with, if they're too perfect, you will feel less perfect. And I feel like that is a mindset for someone who's holding on to that, where they find the perfect guy and then they feel inferior. Everyone's got flaws. Everyone's got them. Just to throw that in there. Everyone's got them. But I feel as though that this is a mindset that definitely needs to be adjusted. Bring it back to a more traditional standing. Not a fairy tale, but traditional. You know, you can have traditional points of view. Makes me think back to the first date that I had. Recently I'd gotten into a relationship. It's been wonderful. We have had our ups and downs because relationships do. And they've been emotional. It's not verbal, it's emotional. But, you know, I still have the traditional, you know, hold the door, be polite. Like, I still have those standards, but they are realistic standards. And that's what I feel like needs to happen on the fairy tale side. Dogs wanted let back in. But it's okay to have a traditional way of doing things, but don't make it so traditional that it's fairy tale, okay? And that's why I feel like the tweak of the process needs to happen. So what is the messenger here grounding this energy? Metamorphosis. Changing that energy. The Chariot, the Seven of Swords. Yeah. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. That is what needs work. Because if you look here, the only card that I haven't touched base with is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, this is Jack Pumpkinhead. And look at that. He looks all free-spirited. Like, he looks all free-spirited. He looks happy. I'm not saying lose that side of you. But again, it's got to be more of today's day and age. And just to give you an example of that, let's say you're sitting in your room right now, waiting for Prince Charming to come to the window, right? It's not going to happen. Point blank, period. However, if you, I don't know, download a dating app, there's a way for Prince Charming or your princess to come through. It makes it more realistic because you're modernizing it. Modernize what's happening on this side. Okay? All right. Now for the other side. For the other side. Whew. Oh my. Lovers, Three of Pentacles. Trying to get it to come together. Trying to get that to come together. Woo, that was dreamy. I'm serious. That was really dreamy. That was really, really dreamy. So let's see on the other side of things. Let's see what's happening here. I just saw the King of Wands again. And see, the outcome for the dream side is the Six of Pentacles. It needs balance. It needs some serious balance. Oh, come on now. One more. One good one. Thank you. All right. What's going on for the little more practical side? Almost feel like dragging their feet. Here's the Ace of Wands. I've had the Ace of Wands on all three sides. King of Cups. I also see this King of Swords here and the Fool. Okay. There's the Hierophant. Grounding this energy is Temperance. Guiding this energy is the Eight of Swords. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Past, Justice, Future, Queen of Cups. Okay, you are the more practical side. And the outcome right now is the Nine of Swords. You may be stuck in a true traditional way of doing things. And you know what they say, opposites attract. So, you may be stuck in a too traditional way of doing things, and that's what's causing you to get stuck. And by traditional, it's almost borderline old-fashioned. It's like you don't, I'm not saying meet somebody online, but you're not even considering that, which is fine, which is completely fine. But there's something here about you needing to tweak your process to modernize it as well. Give me the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. There's Knight of Swords again. Four of Cups. That's where the four came in. The Six of Swords. And the World. I feel like you were also stuck in an old way of doing things. Much like the other side, so there is similarities here. Both of you are stuck in an old way of doing things, but one is a little bit more dreamy, and the other one is a way too practical? Way too old-fashioned. Yeah, it's like you don't want to modernize your way of doing things. Because see, it's like, yes, emotionally I'm available, but you're not available in this day and age. You're not available in this day and age. And that's what's causing you to be stagnant with this new beginning. Because I do see that you are in balance. I do see that. You have balanced yourself out, which is wonderful. But it's almost like you're making yourself unreachable. That's what's happening on the practical side. You're making yourself unreachable. And here you are, stressing yourself out right now, because you're like, well, you know, nobody wants to do things the way that, you know, our grandparents did, or how my parents met, and it's just, you're right. They don't. They don't. My relationship, and again, I'm only using me as an example because that's what I have to go off of. But my relationship that I'm in, that is wonderful, that has caused me to experience quite a few new things and opened up quite a few new doors for me that I thought was closed for quite some time, would not have happened if I would not have downloaded a dating app. Love can come from meeting somebody online. It can. Happens every day. But it's almost like you're not giving the universe the opportunity to bring that in for you. Ugh. Ugh, my heart goes out to you just a little bit. 9 of Swords for me, please. Moon. 7 of Cups. 2 of Wands. 3 of Cups. Yeah, you feel separated from today. Again, I'm hearing the word modernize. Going back to what I was saying, I've met them online. And on our first date, they held the door. They were polite. We went for a walk after dinner. We spent so much time together. And we've spent so much time together that it does feel old-fashioned, but that's what I love about it. I love the fact that we have this connection, but yes, we had to take the modern steps forward in order to get to that point. But then once we reached that point, we were allowed to determine how we wanted this to unfold. But you are stopping the universe from even opening that door. And that's where you were going wrong. No, I'm gonna stick with that. That's where you were going wrong because you're not giving yourself the opportunity. Not giving the world the opportunity. You're not. Go. 8 of Wands, Chariot, 5 of Cups, 5 of Swords, Devil energy. Yeah. And you're probably hearing this right now going, yeah, right. Yeah, right. If the universe wants it to happen, the universe will make it happen. I don't think you can hear the universe talking to you. That's my Aunt Becky coming out of me. That's my aunt coming out of me. You wouldn't know it was a message for you if it bit you on the nose. Because you got your head in the sand. You are so grounded, you have your head in the sand. Gah. Where are these? Where are these? Give me the lesson. Even though I've kind of been giving you guys the lessons for this entire time. Tower. Queen of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. It's time for you guys to learn new things. New ways of handling relationships. It's time for the old stuff to fall apart. It's time for those old mindsets to fall apart so you can finally start to learn the things that have taken some time to get to you. And you can apply that. And the Knight plus the Eight of Pentacles gives you the Nine of Pentacles. It's going to be fulfilling for you both. But you have to get out of your own way first. You have to get out of your own way first. I'm going to call out individual zodiac signs. I will call them out, but it looks like across the board we've got a little bit of everybody. We have the King and Queen of Cups. We have the King and Queen of Swords. We've got water and air signs. Leo, I know that I've seen you pop through a few times. So air and water signs. Individual, we've got Taurus, Virgo, more Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn, Pisces, Libra, Taurus, Aries, Sag, Leo, Libra, Aries, Virgo, Pisces, Sag, Scorpio, Libra, Aquarius, Pisces, Taurus, fixed signs, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Gemini. And that is everyone. That is who I see. So, thank you guys very much for joining me. As always, I really, really hope this helped. And I will see you all again later. Bye, guys.